Welcome to Healthy by George. This is my YouTube channel where I want to make it your go-to destination for all things about health and wellness. So I'm dedicated to providing you this information and engaging content that will inspire you and help us go on our wellness journey in the best way that we can. I want you to know that this is for informational purposes only, and it should not be considered as medical advice, nor does it have anything related to my employer. So it's always best for you to check with your own medical provider before you do anything that I recommend or for any medical treatments. So please join me, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. And let's embark on this incredible journey to improve ourselves and our well-being. Hey, welcome back to Healthy by George. So today I want to talk about something really important to me because I guess my husband, before he passed, he was struggling with these kinds of things. It was about his thinking. I think we all want to have the best thinking that we can have as we get older, because we all hear these, stories about dementia and Alzheimer's disease. And so how do we take action in our lives before things start declining so that we can reduce that? I mean, there's going to be probably a natural decline to our thinking just because of the aging process. But what can we do to make those brain chemicals and all of those things work together so that we don't have dementia, or if we are having dementia, that we can reduce it by some of our intentional actions? Because it's a very strange thing what dementia is. That it starts with sometimes memory loss, and some of your thinking seems a little off, or your problem solving. It's not so easy to juggle things or reasoning. Sometimes your personality might change a little bit if you're having some dementia. You also have difficulty in performing tasks that you're very familiar with. There's also, if people get really much further along with cognitive decline, they get disoriented easily. They don't have the ability to have a sense of where they are in time and space. So, what are the ways that we can do things to decrease our ability to decline mentally? First of all, I think we were talking about moving. Moving is critical to brain health. Getting ourselves moving is one of the key things to keeping our brain healthy. The other thing is to be learning, constantly learning something new. I know that some people say that by doing something that totally takes you out of your comfort zone, maybe you were somebody who never learned a language. By learning a language, you start to bring in those new connections in your brain so that you can make learning a little more challenging for your brain so that it still works and works hard to learn something, to make you curious. Maybe you do something that's also a physical learning, like learning to knit, learning to dance, learning to play the musical instrument, a guitar, a piano, a flute. Maybe the flute would be a good one because it's both using your breath. Learning to sing. Sometimes learning to sing is another way of using our body and our energy and our breath so that we can optimize movement and learning. So those are two key things, because one of the elements that really makes our bodies is these neurotransmitters, which are these chemicals in our brain that are constantly flowing that make us kind of have attention, have excitement, appreciate things. And so we want to preserve how we use our attention, how we engage in the world so that we can have optimal brain health. I know that with social media and with all the things that are coming at us with screens, we've got tablets, we've got computers, we've got these smartphones, that sometimes all of that diminishes our ability to focus. And sometimes learning to focus and give our attention to something is really key to helping us have better brain health. So maybe instead of listening to an audible while you're doing something else like exercising or washing the dishes or cleaning. Intentionally sit down, pick up a book, read a few pages, and see how you can focus. Pay attention to something, because I think for us to truly learn, it is about extending our ability to focus on something for a given period of time. I know as someone who's a musician, one of the things that I am so passionate about is getting back to playing the piano. I was playing the piano as a young person many, many years ago. I have to dust off those cobwebs. And I loved it. I was very shy about performing in front of people because it made me nervous. But the actual activity of sitting at the piano, knowing where those notes were on that keyboard, learning the language of music, of how those dots and little notes and squiggles, and being able to read it and understand what it meant to play those keys. I loved that process, and getting back engaged in that is key to my own sense of what I think is going to help me keep off that cognitive thinking decline. So join me in learning something. What are you going to focus on the next several weeks? What are you going to do to help your brain function and keeping it healthy? Are you going to continue to give your focus and attention away to those multiple shorts on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok? Don't do it. Do little short times. Tell yourself, I'm going to only do it for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to go do something where I'm focusing for 30 minutes, where I'm reading a book or I'm learning a new task, because that ultimately is going to give us the best brain health as we get older as we possibly can. Moving, learning, thinking extendedly, it's all going to be better for you and me in keeping our brain supple and eagerly growing into old age versus diminishing as we get older. So join me again in the comments. Let me know. I can't help but look forward to talking to you again about those things that mean a lot to me and that really matter in life as we get older. Thank you so much for joining me here at Healthy by George. See you next time. So thank you so much for joining me at Healthy by George. I hope you found the information inspiring and that it encourages you on your wellness journey. Because remember, your body, your well-being are a most precious gift, and every tiny action taken daily can make a huge difference. I hope the information here is educational purposes and is not meant to replace your medical care. See your doctor and talk about what works for you. If you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me, and it helps me continuing creating content that inspires and empowers you to live your best life. Goodbye for now, and join me again at the next Healthy by George.